Hey everybody, it's Stevie T here. So today I just got inspiration from a lot of things that I see going on around me to do a quick tarot reading from Osho Zen Tarot. And the topic of today's reading, intuitive advice upon what the cards will say, the topic is envy or greed, or how should I say, jealousy, or I think that pretty much covers it. Greed, envy, and jealousy. How to deal with those people in your life. If you are somebody that doesn't already know how to deal with people like that in your life, and we all have those people who we have at some point been that person also, growing up through childhood, adolescence, adulthood. I don't know how old you viewers are, so I can't speak for you, but I believe that, we've all been that person before. So how do you deal with somebody in your life if you feel like you don't know how, who is envious, who does display greed and does display jealousy toward you, whether it be passive or whether it be aggressive. And so just give a free reading and insights on what the cards say on how to handle people that are being that way toward you. And that's what this purpose is for. How to deal with them being that way toward you. Okay, so I'm going to intuitively pick cards. The way tarot works is you intuitively pick. Actually, my guidance is telling me I'm going to split this card up into 3 decks anyway that I want. Okay, you can see. And then I'm going to rearrange after I've already shuffled, but just going to do as I do. And then I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to pick this one. Okay. Sorry about that. Don't get dizzy. Don't get nauseous on me. So I'm going to pick, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card layout. So this one feels good. Number one is going to be the card of the past influences. This card, number 2, is going to be the card of right now. Your situation with that person or that entity that is showing greed or envy or jealousy toward you. The third card, I'm going to pick, this one feels good, is going to be the higher understanding of how to handle the person or entity that's acting that way towards you. Let's see here. This fourth card is going to be the masculine expressed information about the situation. And I'm going to pick one more card. I like this card. So there we have 5 cards. This one is going to be the feminine, unexpressed part of the situation. Now, people can do layouts however they want to. I like to create my own. This isn't really traditional because I think that I just reversed the male and female aspect of it when people do that. But, oh well, it all is intuitive, and so it's all going to be good for the reading as it's meant to be for this topic. Okay, so let's start. We're going to flip over the situation card. Now this is how to handle somebody that, if you don't know how to handle someone who is showing you greed, envy, or jealousy. and it's receptivity. Let me show you that beautiful card. I love the illustrations on this deck. Okay. Receptivity. What that basically is saying to me, see this woman, okay, she's in the water, and she has, well, coming out from her is a lotus. And in Zen and in Asian cultures, the lotus, the lotus represents so many things. It's like the water lily, it's the lotus. It is like the chakras. It is balancing. I know that there are some sacred geometric shapes that are the lotus, and as you can see, the geometric shapes flying out here. Receptivity. I guess what this is saying is that, like, in everything that happens to us as they pop up as situations, and that sometimes can seem like they are coming at us, and sometimes in our minds we may not feel as if we caused that person in any way to be behaving the way that they are toward us in a way that we don't like. But the reality of it is that we all affect each other, and that we all play our own roles, and it's like the world is a stage, and it's through this water of connectivity, because we're all made up of water, and water, the moon pulls on the tides of the oceans, and right now it's June 5th, so we just had a lunar eclipse, full moon in Sagittarius, and today is a Venus transit. So there's a feminine symbol right there. It just is, to me, speaking of how you do play a role, and you're being receptive to that energy, that perceived negative energy of the person who could be envious, jealous, or greedy toward you. And also, respectively, like I was just saying, you might be playing a bigger role in this than you think. So take responsibility for, even on a vibrational level, that you've attracted this into your existence at this time. So I'll see what the other cards say and see if I have anything else to say about the present, which is that topic. Now this is the male aspect that is showing itself in the situation actively that you can see. And here's a card of transformation. And so you can see that this figure has many hands and arms. Seems to be sitting in space or of some sort, holding, one hand is holding a chain, the other hand is holding a snake. The other hand is holding the yin and yang symbol for balancing of male and female energies. One hand is holding the lotus flower, which is spirituality and chakras and the universal mind or consciousness, the crown chakra. The one is holding up a sword, maybe a sword for justice, or a sword for the good battle or the good fight or the progression. And then rising out of this figure's head is a phoenix. And so astrologically, this is very Pluto because it's transformation. And the phoenix it's a Pluto related concept. From the ashes, reborn, so from death, reborn is the phoenix, the new person, transformed. And do you see, you wouldn't catch it unless you really look, it's a person's face as part of it all. So from this person's facade comes out their higher self, and through them, transformation all the way around. So that is the male aspect, the yang, that is being expressed at this time that you can see. So to me, this shows aggression, and since it's in the male aspect area, that's why I say that. It's the transformation of you being receptive. So let me pull the feminine card because this is gonna source. Okay. The source. See, this is a good reading because look, so you have, it's kind of like the male aspect that's being expressed, right? And then you have the right now, which is you're receptive to that energy. And here you have the female, the yin, and that's the spot that this is in. Is the source. So, I wonder what the past has to say. Breakthrough. So you see this person's fighting and totally busting through everything. It's a very energetic card. Okay, and that's the sun. So we got Pluto, the sun. I would say Cancer. And I would say maybe this is Capricorn. I don't know. Okay, and the higher spiritual purpose for all of this is a new vision. And see, you see this figure, there's sacred geometric shapes. You know, the circle, which represents fertility and the circle of life. And then you have the triangle, which has an apex of energy coming out the top. And then you have a rectangle, or excuse me, a square right in the middle. And that square is actually divided up into 4 triangles. And you see right below is where the shell of the person was. And up stretches out into life and abundance as a new vision. So the person is bringing you negativity or perceived negativity in the way of greediness, envy, or jealousy. A transformation is happening. You know, this situation is facilitating you to, instead of being receptive to it, go and activate the source within you, your belief in source and your faith in life and God, or whoever you think and believe that the source is. If you believe in a 4-leaf clover, all more power to you. Just whatever your faith is. So transform through being receptive and absorbing that negative energy, and really give it up to source, or be one with source through creativity, or through scripture, or through anything that you do that brings you closer to who you call your source and the source. And in the past, you've always broke through, and you're going to have a breakthrough, because that is what it's about. It's about transforming over and over again, breaking through barriers, these perceived barriers. And the higher spiritual purpose for all of this is so that you can always be renewed with a new vision. And so I think this is good. It just shows you can keep going and going and going, and you don't have to let those people be in your way. You know, a lot of what happens to us and how we deal with things and feel about our emotions is really how we're choosing to perceive them, and how we react versus respond. And so instead of reacting in a way, like say through fighting or a sparring of words, or through a petty this or that or anything, remember how strong you are. Remember what you're going through. Remember what you want to try not to do, which is absorb that energy. Concentrate on what you do like better, which is the source, and how good being with the source is, and being one with the source is, and the source that is within you being expressed out. And just really come into the higher vision that is available to you if you so choose to elevate your vibration, heart, mind, and soul to that purpose of, hey, you know what? This isn't going to stand in my way. It doesn't really matter in the scheme of things, and I'm going to keep moving on. And you'll be transformed. So I hope that this brought some clarity to anyone that's going through situations like that. You might be going through it through a divorce, you might be going through it with a relationship that just broke up, or sibling rivalry. The list goes on and on and on. But do take notice that we all have choices in how to deal with situations, and it's not the situations that happen to us that define who we are. It's how we handle the situations that happen to us. So, with that, blessings, namaste, and until next time. Thank you very much for being here and sharing this and accepting this gift of advice. Thank you. Bye.